Hi, this is Ben with Accura Outdoors, and today we're going to do a how-to and review video on the Lyman turret press. So a lot of the turret presses are going to be kind of the same. It's going to be like a single stage, but you're going to have a rotating top that you can put multiple dies on, so that way you can basically process one piece of brass at a time the entire way through. So your first step is going to be getting everything you need situated. That way you're not sitting there going back and forth. So we have our brass that's already been tumbled. We're going to do, last time we did 5, now we're going to do 10 pieces of brass. Also, you want to get some primer. We're using Federal Small Pistol Primer. We're using this RCBS primer tray to feed the Lyman primer system. For the bullets, we are using Accura Outdoors. These are our 40 caliber 180 flat points, the same ones we used in our single stage video. To lube all of our brass, we are using Accura Outdoors brass butter, and we'll do that here really quick. Alright, we'll do that here really quick. We're just going to throw these in here while explaining it. It'll be enough time for the brass to dry. So I'll just prime it, and then alright, so now that they're lubed, I'm just waiting. For the powder, same as the last video, we're going to use hydrogen CFE pistol. We're using a 5.6 grain load. This was using our Hornady load data in the book, so that's what we're going to go off of. Some other equipment that is useful is a case gauge. So when you're done with loading your round, you can make sure that your crimp should be good and everything should be complete. So this is a good tool to have. Also, when you're setting up your sizing die, a good tool to have is a caliper. That way you can measure the overall length. Let's see. Alright, so our current setup is a Lyman turret press. We already have it loaded with Lee dies. We got our decapping and sizing or necking. We have our flare and powder. We have our C and crimp. And I've already set up these, but I'll show you how I did that as we go along. With this setup, so for on stage 1, which is going to be decapping and priming, Lyman has a pretty cool setup. With this setup, we'll do put your brass in, and then you're going to come up and decaps it, and it's got a little tray right here. And then when you're setting up your die, you actually want to go all the way to the top and then run this down so it's touching. We do a little bit past it, so it has a little bit of cam over. And then as you're coming down, you want to pull this back, and then it's coming down. It has a primer already in there, so you just ride it in there. You prime it, come back up a little bit, and there you go. Then you have a primed, ready to go die, or ready to go brass. And then you can either do all of them at once and then go to the next one, so it'll be running like a single stage, or you can run it like kind of like a progressive. So we're going to leave this in here. So we have our decapped and primed. So now we're going to go to powder and also neck flaring. So we're going to go up, and then we're going to leave it up. So we're going to be ready. We're using a RCBS automatic powder trickle. So we're going to use a 5.6 grain load. The last video the way we did it was using a scoop and measuring it on a scale, and then using a hand trickle. This one we're just using a different setup because then when we go our next video, we do progressives. It'll use a totally different setup. So this one kind of introduces another way to make it a little bit faster. Once it beeps, then we'll be ready to charge this load. Alright, so it's got a little hole up here. You can use a funnel, but this is pretty big, and this tray's pretty nice. Alright, so now we have it flared, we have powder, we're going to come down. Now we're going to go to the next one. So these two, when you set them, you go all the way to here and do cam over. So when you get to this one, it's going to be on the overall length of the casing. So with this one, the way it's recommended is getting a loaded round to make it easier, so you can set the die. So you can set it in, pull it up, get it adjusted, measure it, make sure it's correct, and then you do a test one, which I already did. So I know this is already set. And then you come up, then we go over to crimping, we come back up, and then check it in our case gauge, and falls right in, falls right out, so that means we're good to go. So now, we're going to go through and load the rest of this brass, and then we're going to go over some of the features of how the Lyman priming system and also our quick mount goes. So we'll speed up the video real quick, get these bolts loaded, and we'll do a quick review on the press. It's got 8 different positions, so you can technically have 2 full sets, or maybe 3 different sets if you're doing a rifle setup. It's really nice. You can move the handle left to right, and so if it's ever in the way, you can just swap it. It's got a normal ball handle comes with it. The priming setup is pretty interesting. You use a kind of like a Dillon setup. So you have your pickup tube, you pick them all up, and then you have your cotter pin. So when you flip it over and stick it on, you're all set. And so that way you're not knocking this around. They've got a little shield that goes over it. So when you go up on your decapping, you come up, and then when you're coming down, you pull this back and then push it forward, and they'll have a primer in it. You come in and prime your brass. On this setup, I took off the little speed nuts. We're using an Inline Fabrication. I believe this is their ultimate mount or quick change mount. And what's nice is we have different presses. So it's got these 2 screws, and then all you gotta do is swap it over. So they have hard mounts that were just like this. They're same build quality. They're not quick change, but if you have multiple presses and limited space, this is really nice. We do have more space, but it's nice to be able to be a little more organized and have more working space with just one press. If you like what you see here, the Lyman and the Inline, and are looking to get into reloading, right now we have a giveaway going on our website, And all you gotta do is go on our website, log in as a user, and go to our giveaways. We're giving away a Inline Fabrications mount, a Lyman turret press, a $50 gift certificate to Starline Brass. We're giving away 500 bullets of your choice of Accura bullets, as well as a Mighty Armory 40 and 9mm. So for competition, those are the most common bullet sizes. And we're giving away all of that for free. All you gotta do is go on our website and sign up. All right, if you like what you see here, comment below. And also if you have any other suggestions, let us know. So stay safe, and I'll see you on the range.